everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on where I get all my molds from. I have so many questions on my videos asking me where did I get this mold, where did I get that mold, so I just thought I'd make one video to answer the questions about where I get all my molds from. So I think I'll start by going through my custom made molds, or my molds from my private sellers that I found on Instagram or Etsy. So the first one that I'll show you here is my Game Boy mold, and I got that from MILKYRAINBOW DECO. So every time I have a mold I'll just put the seller up the top here so you can see where I got it from. So this is MILKYRAINBOW DECO. These ones here, so all these ones here, the Ouija board planchette, they're from a seller called Magica Mimi Creations. This one here is from a seller called Hooray for Glitter. She's on Etsy. The seller here, she's from Etsy as well. MILKYRAINBOW, she sells on Instagram. So I'm going to put where they sell and also what their name is as well. This big boy here is from a seller called Radical by Fox, and she custom made this for me. So basically I chose the shapes that I wanted and she made a big mold for me, and she also put in these little fillers as well, so I didn't ask for these. So the mini teddy bear, the mini gummy bear there, the roses, the little bones, and the little stars and the little chocolate bar there, but they're just fillers. So I chose all the big pieces and she made me a big mold, which is awesome. I absolutely love it. Really good quality. All of these sellers that I use, especially the private sellers, they're really good quality. They're beautiful silicone, there's no bumps, there's no bubbles. They're just, yeah, they're beautiful. And this one is from a seller on Etsy called Starry Supplies. And as you can see here, I've started to use them on some of my phone groups that I'm making. Okay, I get a lot of people asking about this one. This one is a Pikachu mold. As you can see, it's Pikachu. It's a licensed mold, which means that I bought it from the Pokemon brand. I got it from a gaming store. I live in Sydney, so we have a store called EB Games, and that's where I bought it from. So I don't actually know if you can find them anymore, because when I bought them they were on clearance, so they were quite cheap, and they don't stock them anymore, so I don't think they're really easy to find. You might want to check eBay. You might still be able to get a hold of them on eBay, but as far as I know they're quite hard to get a hold of at the moment. But yeah, this is my Pikachu mold. I use this one all the time. You can see I sell quite a lot of these on Etsy, and I get a lot of people asking me where I got it from. I got it from a game store in Sydney, and if you want to check eBay for them, that's probably the only thing I'd recommend doing. You can't buy them in stores anymore. And this one I got from the same store, so EB Games. It's a Rick and Morty mold. Don't really tend to use this one that often. But they're actually ice cube molds. So sometimes when you're looking things up, if you want to look up ice cube molds or chocolate molds, you might be able to find some interesting shapes and stuff. But yeah, so they're my two molds that I got from the game store where I live. These ones I got from eBay. So this is my beautiful Sailor Moon mold. I'm obsessed with it. I made this keychain the other day with this mold. So yeah, you can see it's beautiful and shiny. It's Darth Vader, also got that off eBay. And my little fish bones. This one is a ice cube mold. I just also want to point out the difference between a shiny mold and a matte mold. So you can see if you look really closely, this one is matte. It doesn't have any kind of shiny finish to it, so when the piece comes out it's going to be a matte finish. So let me just grab the piece that came out of this one just to show you, for example, how it comes out. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's matte. It doesn't have a glossy finish to it. So this is a matte mold and it comes out matte. And the Sailor Moon mold, for example, that is shiny. So you can actually see when I hold it up to the camera, it has like a glossy inside. And that means when it comes out, it has a really glossy finish, and it makes your pieces look really nice and shiny. Basically, that's the only difference. Yep, so they're my eBay molds. So these ones I got from my local Kmart. I'm not sure if you can buy them from the Kmart in America or overseas in Europe, but they were selling these for Christmas. So they're ice cube molds. And they're really cute. I haven't really had a chance to use them yet, but I definitely will be. They're little flamingos and cactuses and some pineapples. So they're super cute. I haven't really used them yet, like I said, but I'm sure I will down the track. And these are from Kmart in Australia. They were quite cheap. They were only $2 each or something. Yeah. Okay, this is a big one. This one is from AliExpress. So once again, when you ask me where do I get these molds from and I say AliExpress, literally just go into AliExpress and type in bat mold, you know, and it'll come up. They're pretty easy to find. You just have to, you know, have a look and you'll find them. Yeah, there's a lot of molds you can get on AliExpress. And I'm just going to quickly go through the ones that I've got. I've got a ton of them, so yeah, we'll just quickly go through. So I've got some bats. These are like a pill shape. They're shiny, so you can see it's shiny on the inside. So when it pops out, it's like really glossy. I've got a tiny little controller mold. This is like a Day of the Dead skull mold. These ones are little gemstones, so they come out in the shape of like a diamond. I haven't used these yet, but they're tombstones. I really want to make some magnets out of these. They're really cute. These round molds I use all the time. I make a lot of my key rings out of them. So I love this mold. This one was, yeah, AliExpress again. And also AliExpress is quite cheap, so you'll find that most molds won't be any more than maybe $5, 5 Australian dollars. And the postage is usually free or maybe a couple extra dollars on top of that. So AliExpress is really cheap. It's a good way to find different shapes and stuff. Yeah, so I use this one all the time. I've got my pusheen mold, which I love. I love pusheen, it's so cute. This is Gudetama, the lazy egg. So you can see I've got my little Gudetama phone grips here. He's so cute, his little butt. And I haven't actually really used this yet. You can see I've started to use it. I painted his face in there, but I haven't actually done anything else with it. But I really want to make some magnets or something out of these because I just love Gudetama. I think he's really cute. And clouds, nice and shiny. These ones are lollipops. Little skeleton hand. And some teeny tiny little popsicles. Just super cute. I've got a little popsicle here. You can just see it there. Oops. Want to focus? So yeah, right on the edge there. Tiny little popsicle. So they're all my AliExpress molds. And these ones here are from a online brand called Miniature Sweet. They sell a ton of resin and craft and polymer clay based stuff. They sell heaps. I would highly recommend them. They're really good. The quality is really good. The prices are reasonable, and as you can see I've got a ton of molds from them. So I'll just quickly go through them, some of which I use, some of which I don't, some of which actually came free with my order. They tend to send some freebies when they send out your order, so yeah, anyway, I'll go through them. So ice cream, these ones are just pendants. A lot of these I don't really use that often anymore. These moons are probably the only ones I really use from Miniature Suite at the moment. And my heart mold, which you'll see in a minute. So yeah, moons. Got a ton of little ones, little ghost, cats, planet shape, which I'm actually using at the moment. I just need to put another layer of resin at the back there. Little Pikachu. Actually, I think this one's from AliExpress. I lied, this one isn't from Miniature Suite, so that goes in the AliExpress pile. Stars, little paw prints. I use that to make a keychain. Tiny little bat there. These ones are some like Sailor Moon inspired charms. They are some more pendants, a Sakura flower. These ones are rings. These ones I bought for my polymer clay, but you can use it with resin as well. So an Oreo, there's a waffle, and that is a cupcake base. A star, some seashells. They're really pretty, so that one actually is like that one there. Really shiny and pretty. Let's just move this over. So that is the other part of the Sakura flower shaker. Some wings. These ones are like gemstones and crystal shapes. Jellyfish. These ones are rings as well. Tiny little stars and moons. That one is a cherry. And some little dome shapes and a butterfly wing shape. And there is a tiny little crystal shape there as well that I've used a few times to make some earrings. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got a ton of molds from Miniature Suite, probably way too many. I get a little bit obsessed. And I will do a clear out soon, so if you follow me on Instagram, just keep an eye out. I'm going to do a big clear out of all my stuff soon, like all the things that I don't use. Yeah, and also the last two that I have is my paw prints. These are from Miniature Suite as well. And the classic bubble heart mold, which heaps of people use. That is this one here. I love it. It's really good quality. Yeah, so that one's from Miniature Suite as well. And I also have one more pile of things to go through. So these ones I got when I did a trade with a girl online, and this was a long time ago. I use this cat one quite a bit. These ones I've never used, but they're really cute. I probably will use them eventually for something. And some little bows and a wing. You can see I've never opened them before. But I'm fairly sure I've seen these ones on AliExpress as well. Also guys, I just remembered I get a lot of questions about these things that I use for mixing up my resin as well. So these are just silicone cupcake bases. I get them from Kmart. Yeah, so that is from AliExpress. That's really good when you want to mix up like kind of a bigger batch of resin. And I got these tiny little silicone cups from AliExpress as well. So I use them every now and then when I'm doing like really tiny batches of colours or whatever. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly add that in because they are obviously kind of like molds, but not really, but I get a lot of people asking me about that as well. So I thought I'd just add that in there at the end. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below if you have any other videos you'd like to see, any other tutorials, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.